Hall County Sports is also brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Come check out the latest deals. When you go Green Ford. And also brought to you by McEver Road United Methodist Church. With 3 services every Sunday morning, Kids Town, adult education small groups, and community outreach. McEver Road UMC is dedicated to transforming the world through the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports TV. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. Going to be heavy on the hardwood this week, and for those of you that are watching this game on Thursday evening, you saw the Chesterton boys beat Gilmer, or if you're watching it on Sunday morning, later on this afternoon at 4 o'clock, you can see that game again in its entirety. Now, after that, Chesterton boys had a bit of a struggle. They lost to Pickens and Pace also in the week, and Trey Dudley led the Johnson boys to an 82-59 win over Chesterton with 20 points. The Knights were swept by Creekview. The girls had bounced back from their loss to Pickens and beat Johnson 56-25 behind, 29 points and 5 rebounds from Peyton Robertson. Lady War Eagles also beat Pace Academy as well. And we covered the Lady War Eagles with Webb Daniel last week, and now we bring to the show as our coach of the week, Gary Barnes of the Chesterton War Eagles. And Gary, you kind of had that win over Gilmer, I guess, sandwiched between some of that stuff, but it's been kind of an up and down year for you. You've been struggling a little bit of late.
Yes, we have. We've had some really good wins early in December with Habersham Central. Cedar Shoals were playing well, and we had some good sub-region wins with White County and Lumpkin, and then we had some time where we've struggled. We had some kids on football visits where we didn't have our full go. We had some kids sick, and one thing led to another, and we've struggled as of late trying to put together 4 good quarters.
Well, and that's kind of important, though, when you talk about you have people that are out sick or they're out for other reasons, and it's hard to get with a team sport like basketball when you kind of got to know where the other guy's going to be when you throw them the pass. The cohesion there suffers.
Yeah, and, I think we've had some good practices this week, and hopefully, with a lot of games, makeup games and things that we have to put in, that we can get it going before the tournament.
Everybody kind of scrambling a little bit with all the snow and ice and making up those kind of games.
Yeah, and then depth's going to be an issue when you're playing 5-6 games in a 2-week span before the tournament starts. So hopefully we can start shooting the ball better and defending better and, be at our best in the region tournament.
Let's talk a little bit about that game that you had with Gilmer, okay? The one that we had on TV for you right there. And it was kind of a struggle early. But yeah, there was no sense of, and I told you after the game, I said there was almost no sense of urgency there. It's like you're kind of waiting around for something good to happen, but for a while there you didn't shoot very well.
Well, at Gilmer we shot 17% as a team and ended up getting beat. Gilmer's only win of the year, and I thought the kids would come out and really play hard, and I thought we played hard, maybe trying too hard, and didn't shoot the ball again against them the first half. And we adjusted some things as far as not selling for threes and getting the ball inside to Jackson Chandler in the second half. And that got us started, and we held them to 14 in the second half. Really got after them defensively, and we were able to beat them. For some reason, we've not played well against them for a game and a half. So I was glad that they played well in the second half and got the W. Well,
Jackson was our player of the game. He wasn't your leading scorer, but I thought that his overall game, plus the fact that he hit all those in free throws, I mean, that was key. That was big.
He missed a lot of easy ones the first half, and you pointed to that after the game, and he finished better in the second half and was able to get to the foul line. And we've got to do a better job of getting the ball in the paint, not selling for threes, because lately we've been dying by the three.
Other than Jackson, who's playing well for you?
Well, Lamar and Preston have scored for us well this year. Brantley Beck's giving us good minutes. Bryce Beck. We don't have a superstar. You've seen us play. We've got to do things together, and that's still a concept that we're learning.
What's it going to take for you to make a run here at the end?
Well,
I mean, you play the regular season, I understand that, and that's for seeding, but it's all about the tournament.
Yeah, it is, and you want to be playing your best at the tournament time. We've just got to play hard the last 5 games, put together some good shooting games, get the ball inside, attack the paint, not settle for threes, execute a little bit better. Defensively, I'd like to see us play better as a group, making help plays and rebounding the ball. And one of the reasons the Pace Academy game, we just didn't block out. And a lot of times we're getting athleted, and we've got to do a better job of finding people and keeping them off the glass. I think if we can put some of these things together, we don't have a large margin for error. If we can put all these things together, we can be a tough out in the tournament.
Well, we talked a little bit about this when you took the job. This is your first year with the War Eagles, and you came into a situation where I mean, it's a hotbed of basketball around here, and the reputation for 7 AAA goes very, very wide.
Well, it's such an athletic league and a well-coached league. You know, right now we're not as athletic as some of the other teams, and I'm looking at it long term. We've got to build with fundamentals. We're doing some things with the younger kids. One exciting thing is our 8th grade team made it to the championship game. So we've got that group coming in, and we like our freshmen and our sophomores. So hopefully if we can continue to work weight room wise and in off season, that we can get to where we're competitive with the top-notch teams in this area.
All right. Gary, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate it.
And good luck to the War Eagles the rest of the way. All right.
Thank you.
Well, Coach Barnes mentioned that 8th grade championship. You know, we covered the middle school championship. Our Mark Eggers was there for Hall County Sports, and we're back with that story when Hall County Sports continues.
Does your business or home office have limited space? Let Office Pros experts show you how to turn small, cluttered areas into highly organized, efficient workspaces with cubicles, completely planned and installed at surprisingly low prices. Office Pros experts will come to your location and help you plan the perfect office without the clutter. For companies downsizing, cubicles can double the capacity of existing 10 by 12 offices by installing just 2 cubicles. Call today for a free consultation. Let Office Pros put your business on the path to success.
Are you struggling to get where you really want to be in life? Then get on the fast track to success at Lanier Technical College with 5 campuses, day, evening, and online classes, and many tuition fees paid for by the Hope Grant. There's no better way to get where you really want to be. Now more than ever, high-paying employers are looking for highly trained individuals with hands-on technical training. So stop struggling and get moving. Lanier Technical College. Get ready. Go!
Hi folks, Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville. You may be asking yourself, why drive to Gainesville to buy a new car? Well, the answer is obvious. First, we sell Hondas, one of the best cars in the world. Next, we're known for incredibly low prices, offering you more money for your trade-in and treating you the way you like to be treated. We're easy to get to from either Georgia 400 or I-985 on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. And remember folks, if you think you can get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, you got that right.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Gary Glenn. Well, the middle school basketball championships last week were contested, both boys and girls, between Gainesville and Chestatee. Our Mark Eggers was there to cover the action for Hall County Sports Television.
East Hall High School was the site for this year's Hall County Middle School basketball tournament. The Gainesville Lady Red Elephants, accompanied by a busload of their exuberant fans, faced the Chestatee Lady War Eagles in the championship game. The two teams had met twice during the regular season, with Chestatee prevailing both of those times. Today, however, the lead changed back and forth early as the two teams swapped baskets. But it was when Chestatee's Savannah Long, number 23, and Maggie Wilson, number 21, executed this perfect give and go that the Lady War Eagles took the lead for good. Gainesville did mount a strong comeback during the fourth quarter, but as is often the case in these tightly contested ball games, free throws made the difference. Emily Crane led Chestatee scorers with 12 points. Final score, Chestatee 46, Gainesville 34. Following the award ceremony, we caught up with Chestatee's coach.
It has been not only a great game today, but it's been a wonderful couple of years.
It has. We got together last year and went 10-0, and our goal, even we were talking last year about trying to win the championship, hang a banner. We would like to have gone undefeated, but this game was more important, and we accomplished pretty much everything we wanted to.
The boys' side of the tournament featured the same two schools in the championship game. Gainesville had easily handled the War Eagles twice during the regular season. Chestatee was clearly tonight's underdog. But they came out playing like a team that had something to prove. And at the end of the first quarter, the War Eagles had a 4-point lead. But Gainesville's athleticism would prevail. It was an exciting and hard-fought game for both squads that came down to a last-second, last-chance shot that missed the mark. Final score, Gainesville 48, Chestatee 45.
Tell us a little bit about that strategy at the end to run time off the clock. It almost ended up biting you.
Well, we always said when we get the lead, we got to make the other team come out and play us. And that's when we had practice on this, but the kids showed a lot of heart there at the end. We had a couple of turnovers there at the end, but the kids fought back. They showed some heart, they showed some character, and I was real pleased. We didn't give up.
For Hall County Sports TV, this is Mark Eggers.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. And that was on the hardwood. And we're going to take you back to the gridiron, believe it or not, when Hall County Sports continues.
My name is Lloyd Smith.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
Hi folks, Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville. You may be asking yourself, why drive to Gainesville to buy a new car? Well, the answer is obvious. First, we sell Hondas, one of the best cars in the world. Next, we're known for incredibly low prices, offering you more money for your trade-in and treating you the way you like to be treated. We're easy to get to from either Georgia 400 or I-985 on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. And remember folks, if you think you can get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, you got that right.
Well, the Super Bowl may be this Sunday, but, there's some more football on the horizon. The semi-pro Georgia Buccaneers, owned by Hugh Dixon, are scheduled to start their season on February the 20th with the Lake Hartwell Vipers at Lambert High Field in Cumming. Now, the Bucs are a mixture of folks with various levels of football experience, some ex-college players, even one or two with some pro ball experience in their background. Well, I dropped by the Bucs practice the other night to talk with Dixon, some of his players, and their veteran head coach.
I call it the second chance Buccaneers. Every one of these men out here are in some way or another getting a second chance, either to play football or to, have this team atmosphere, which is so important.
High school level, Little League, I started Pop Warner football here in this county. I was involved in the startup of the USFL. I was one of the co-founders of the arena football. This is an interesting group of young men. We've got a lot of former college players, some arena football, some Canadian football, some guys that messed up in high school and never got a chance to play, and they're here.
I just love it. It's a passion of mine. I played arena football for many years, played up in Canada for 1 year, and it's just, my wife wanted me to retire. I played down in Columbus last year in the AIFA, and we got a baby girl on the way, but I still love playing. I love being around the guys. I love my extended family.
It's just for the love of the game. We're a couple of us, anywhere from 18 to 40, 45, but we love the game of football and we can't get enough of it.
Played in college a little bit and took a year off, played a little rugby. I've been playing that since I was 18, but there's nothing like football. That's always my thing. I love it, and I'll probably play till I can't walk no more.
I understand that your dad's Sugar Ray now?
He is, yes sir.
Oh, well, now, you gonna get him out here and watch you something?
Oh, of course. I gotta get him off the golf course, of course.
Oh. So what got you into football versus your daddy's sport?
Oh, good question. Actually, my older brother, he played, he was 11 years older than me, and I watched him play growing up, and I kind of just followed in his footsteps as opposed to my dad's. And, I've been playing since I was 8, and I've been playing ever since.
Well, the Bucs are supposed to play the Gainesville Gladiators on the 27th of this month. Well, we name our picks for outstanding athletic performances for fall 2009 next on Hall County Sports.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
Falcon Parkway Fitness is your neighborhood family fitness center. The friendly, knowledgeable staff, all certified trainers, are there to help you achieve your fitness goals in a state-of-the-art facility, all for less than $1 a day for a membership. Falcon Parkway Fitness is open to fit your schedule. Where else can you find childcare, group fitness, personal training, a day spa, and a hair and nail salon all under one roof? That's Falcon Parkway Fitness behind the Public Shopping Center in Flowery Branch. Visit us on the web at www.falconpkwfitness.com.
Team Office Pros is slam dunking prices on brand name closeout furniture. You'll find top quality furniture from our best selling manufacturers. Brands like Coaster Furniture with chairs starting at $50 and tables starting at $79.95. We have global chairs starting at $49.95. Items from McCourt Children's Furniture as low as $29.95. Martin Furniture Kathy Ireland collection starting at just $249.95. And Hooker Furniture starting at just $199.95. Stop into Office Pros and get your slam dunk savings today.
All right, we are back to name some of the outstanding athletic performances from this past fall season. First of all, let's go with the athletes and the girls. Honorable mention to these. Evan Rowland from North Hall Volleyball, playing a new position. Middle hitter, had 223 total kills, 106 aces, and 12 assists. Had the team offense award, first team All-Area, and Times Volleyball Player of the Year. Megan Rogers, North Hall Softball, a .47 ERA, 110 strikeouts, and 2 no-hitters. Caitlin Fowler, Flowery Branch Softball, batted .478 with 4 home runs. Our winner, though, Kiara Woods of Flowery Branch Cross Country. She won the Hall County meet, finished second at region, and then beat the girl that beat her at state, where Kiara also finished second. That's second in all the state. She led the team to a third-place trophy at state, their best finish ever. She was second at Carrollton, second in the Wendy's Regional, ran a personal record of 18-15 at the prestigious Foot Locker Southeast Regional, where she was 36 overall. She was the Times Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year. Now, turning to the boys. Honorable mention in football, Flowery Branch quarterback Connor Shaw, 3,829 total yards, 47 total touchdowns, 76% completion rate, is signed on with South Carolina. North Hall quarterback defensive back Nathan Jones, 114 tackles, 8 tackles for a loss, 9 interceptions, 2 defensive touchdowns, 1,057 yards of total offense, and 8 touchdowns. Gainesville linebacker Thomas Sprague, 194 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, 4 forced fumbles, 2 sacks, 3 defensive touchdowns. Georgia Sports Writers AAA Defensive Player of the Year. Gainesville quarterback Blake Sims, 3,376 all-purpose yards, 49 total touchdowns. Georgia Sports Writers AAA Offensive Player of the Year and the Gainesville Times Football Player of the Year. And Eric Head, Iron Dog Powerlifting, national and world champion, world record holder at the WABDL meet in Reno in the 123-pound class, bench pressed over 413 pounds. That's over 3 times his body weight. Some strong contenders there. But our winner, well, that's going to come from cross country as well. Ty McCormick, North Hall Cross Country, won every race he entered as a member of the North Hall Cross Country team except for the state meet, where he finished second despite being sick for a while before that meet. At a national meet in Reno, Nevada, McCormick covered the 5-kilometer course in 16:07 to take the gold medal at the 2009 USATF Junior Olympics National Cross Country Championships. Ty, who's a senior at North Hall, led the Trojan Cross Country team to Hall County and Region Championship titles. A 4th-place finish at the Georgia High School Cross Country Championships, 4th-place finish at state. McCormick finished 13th in the 2009 Foot Locker South Regional Cross Country Championships. Ran a personal best over that 5-kilometer course. That's over 3 miles, 15:05. McCormick's only his second cross-country season competing for the Lanier Running Club, and he led the Lanier young men's team to USATF Region 3 Junior Olympic title in Spartanburg, South Carolina, with his first-place finish. He is our winner, Ty McCormick, our athlete of the fall. Turning now to the coaches. Honorable mention on the girls' side to Warren Settlers, led the Lady Spartans softball team to a 20-14 overall record and their 6th straight playoff berth. Honorable mention as well to Emmy Hughes, North Hall Volleyball, 2nd round at state, and Brian Mavis, Flowery Branch Volleyball, also in the Sweet 16. Honorable mention for coaches on the boys' side in football, Lee Shaw and his Flowery Branch staff. What a job they did getting the Road Warriors a 4th seed into the Final Four, where they lost to Gainesville. So we got to give honorable mention to Bruce Miller and his Gainesville staff, unbeaten until the state title game, and was a fingertip or two away from winning it all in football and the AAA ranks. And also honorable mention to Mike Kidd and his Iron Dogs powerlifting coaching. Mike and his team unbeaten all of last year. But our winner and our coach for both Boys and girls, with the winner of the Coach of the Fall, Jimmy Sarles, the head coach for the Flowery Branch cross-country teams. Now listen to this. They repeated as boys AAA state champions and finished third on the girls' side. That's right, 2 different teams on the championship podium. One first, one third, of course, with some help from his assistant, Charlie Patterson. So congratulations to Jimmy Sarles. Honorable mention for team on the girls' side. Well, West Hall softball back in the playoffs 6 straight years. North Hall volleyball, second round of the state playoffs. Flowery Branch volleyball also made the Sweet 16. But our winner for girls' team of the fall, Flowery Branch cross country, as we mentioned, third at state. Honorable mention on the team side for the boys, Iron Dog Powerlifting, APC National Champs unbeaten, including beating the SPF National Champs at their home gym late in the fall. North Hall Cross Country, honorable mention to the boys team, 4th at state. Flowery Branch Cross Country, repeated as state champs. Flowery Branch Football won all those games on the road as a 4th seed until being beaten in the Final Four by eventual runner-up Gainesville. And the Gainesville Red Elephants are our winners for our team of the fall. Now, I know they didn't quite win it all, but they were number 1 ranked and unbeaten until the final game when they came within inches of winning it all after going for the win on a 2-point conversion. Based on what they had to do, all the folks they had to beat, the amount of teams involved, and all of the attention and all of the athletes involved in football, they are going to be our winner for our team of the fall. Now, we know we're going to have some folks that are going to say, what about this and what about that? But, hey, it's all in fun anyway. We just like to recognize excellence. All right, turning to some other things that happened last week in basketball. Gainesville girls crushed West Hall 50-19. Jamie Carnes scored a game-high 20 points and had 9 rebounds and 4 steals in the win. GHS boys made it a sweep with a 66-62 win. Quan Holcomb drained 6 threes, while A.J. Johnson had a double-double, 17 points and 10 rebounds. For the Spartans, Shunquest Stevens hit 5 treys and wound up with 25 to lead all scoring. Jarquise Young knocked down 4 threes and had 20 for West Hall. The Spartans then beat West Forsyth 60-39, Shunquest with 22. Lady Spartans fell 43-40 despite 14 points from Amber Johnson and 12 more from Bailey Susie. Haley Chapman is now the East Hall record holder for threes in a game. She hit 7 of them and finished with 25 points as the Lady Vikings beat West Forsyth 52-44. Chaz Cheeks led the Viking boys with 12 points and 10 rebounds in their 59-49 win over Forsyth. J.C. Hampton and Greg Edwards also knocked in a dozen points each for the Vikes. But just this past Monday, as they're scrambling to play catch-up now with all of the snow stuff that happened with them, East Hall was swept by Gainesville as the Lady Elephants prevailed 41-33 and the male Pachyderms won it 73-61. Carnes had 22 points and 8 rebounds, and she went past Pat Henney and Mahogany Hudson into second on the all-time Gainesville scoring list. Quite an accomplishment. She also pulled down 8 rebounds, by the way. Rebecca Webster had 13 boards in that win. Jasmine Jenkins with 11 for East Hall in the loss. Blake Sims had a couple of inspiring dunks on his way to 28 points for the GHS boys. Holcomb added 19 more. Chris West and A.J. Johnson had a dozen rebounds apiece. Hampton had 17 for East Hall. Riverside knocked off Rabun County, took over the sub-region lead with a 64-42 win. Richard Tribble with 23 points and 5 rebounds. Tarvin Dukes 15 points and 12 boards for a double-double. Dylan Setscorn had 9 points and 13 rebounds. He came close to a double-dip. Then Setscorn had 18 more in a 52-41 win over Dawson County just this past Monday. All right, turning to some other basketball, North Hall swept Lumpkin County, 46-33 girls, 56-55 boys, and a squeaker there. McKenna Rushton, 11 for the North Hall girls. Chris Barnes led the Trojan boys with 17. Flowery Branch took 2 from Lambert, 66-41 girls and 71-38 boys. Jessica Harper scored 28 for the Lady Falcons, while Ishmael Hollis racked up 32 for the Branch boys. Falcons also swept Johns Creek. Hollis scored a game-high 23 in the boys' 51-44 win. The girls had won it 59-37. Harper led that scoring with 17 points for the Lady Falcons. Now, Lakeview was swept by Hebron Christian 43-33 and 65-63. Maddie Haymore with 13 led the Lady Lions, while Daniel O'Vera 16 topped the Lakeview boys. The Lions and Lady Lions rebounded in the next games over Athens Christian, 45-30 girls and 59-36 boys. O'Vera had 13, Jordan Chastain 11 for the Lions. Haymore went 9 for 9 from the stripe and finished with 15 points. Jamie Nixon added a dozen, while Louisa Jacobs had an all-round game of 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 points. Loganville Christian waxed North Georgia Christian 62-27. Nathan Wright and Zach Penley mustered 7 apiece for the Chargers. NGC bounced back with a win over Cherokee Christian 57-32. Penley and Clay Cox each had 11. Taylor Collins and Jake McCardle added 10 apiece. All right, let's go to wrestling now. Chesterton beat up on Forsyth Central 49-23. War Eagles won 9 of the 14 matches. Jose Reyes at 103, J.W. Gilbert at 112, P.J. White at 140, Taylor Wright 145, all won by pin, while Daniel Moreno at 145 and Aaron Anderson at 215 also picked up wins for Chestatee. War Eagles then beat Stevens County 64-10 and Gainesville 62-12. Ed Valeda, Anderson, Reyes, Bert Castruda, and Moreno had 2 pins on the night, while Garrett Bennett, J.W. Gilbert, and White had 2 wins for the War Eagles, who went to 17-7 with those match wins. North Hall kept on rolling by sweeping a tri-match. The Trojans beat Wandabara 53-26 and Tucker 54-25. Picking up wins in each match were John Anderson at 102, Matt Joy at 112, Tyler Kratzer at 119, Wesley Adams at 125, and Ivan Marsh at 145. Cody Wilsden at 171 and Lee Sisson at 189, with Kratzer, Wilsden, and Sisson each earning pins in their 2 matches there. Riverside took on AAA powerhouse Jackson County in wrestling, along with Monroe Area and Oglethorpe, and the Eagles went 2-1 with wins over Monroe 48-30 and Oglethorpe 56-10. Total of 9 wrestlers went 2-1. Christopher Harvey, Kyle Morgan, Jonathan Gallup, Michael Hilliard, Seth Sloan, Miguel Pena, Marcos Feliciano, Mancino Udoji, and Kelton Counts. All right, time now to name our athletes of the week, and they're both this time going to come from Flowery Branch basketball. Our male athlete of the week, Ishmael Hollis, and female Jessica Harper, for leading their teams to wins in last week. All right, some other things to tell you about. Gainesville's outstanding pole vaulter and defending state champion Paul Malquist has made his pick for his college. He's going to be a Bulldog. Malquist, the number 2 ranked vaulter in all of the country, all of the US of A, has signed on with the University of Georgia. Bernal softball coach Devin Thomas has signed pitcher Christina Reynolds from North Oconee High School as a part of the recruiting class for the fall of 2010. Reynolds just completed a very successful season in which her team won the 8AA Region Championship and qualified for the Georgia State playoffs. She was selected to the Georgia All-State First Team, All-Northeast Georgia First Team, and All-County teams this past fall. East Hall alumnus Frank Davis was officially recognized the other night at Tennessee Tech as the Golden Eagles' all-time three-point guy. Frank scored 25 that night in a 94-90 win over Austin Peay. That left him only 13 points shy of 1,000 for his collegiate career. And Frank got that number 1,000th point on a free throw in a 75-65 conference win over Eastern Illinois. He had 12 points on the night and was at 1,003 career points after the game. Meanwhile, another Viking alumnus, Walter Hill, had a game-high 28 in his Southwestern Illinois' 84-74 win over Olney Central College. Well, the Gainesville First United Methodist Church on Thompson Bridge Road is hosting their Mac Madness basketball tournament for 9 to 12-year-old boys and girls on February 13th at the church gym. $70 a team. You can look online at www.gfumc.com/recreation_center or call Vicki Bailey if that's too confusing. Call Vicki at 770-536-2341, extension 127 if you want to enter. Congratulations to some local baseball players, some seniors. K.J. McAllister and Sloan Strickland among the baseball players for Region 7 AAA, selected to the Georgia Dugout Club's AAA preseason All-State team. Last season, McAllister, who says he'll head to Coastal Carolina University, was a Times first-team All-Area pick with a .449 batting average and 34 RBI for the North Hall Trojans. Strickland, who recently signed on with Georgia Perimeter College, hit .461 with 5 homers and 33 RBI for the Red Elephants in '09. And NASCAR star Kyle Busch came back to defend his title at Speed Fest at Lanier National Speedway this past Sunday. He took the checkered flag in the CRA Super Late Model class. Gainesville's Greg Simpson, who won a Georgia Asphalt Series race at Speed Fest last year, won the Pro Late Model race, while Brad Springer took the open wheel modified division. Now, next week in this time slot, you're going to be seeing our recruiting show. Going to devote the whole show to nothing but recruiting and folks who signed on to continue their athletic careers elsewhere at the next level. And congratulations to all of them as well. Back with that next week. Stay tuned then for more Hall County Sports.
Hey, I'm Larry G. If you're looking for high quality furniture, come see us at G's Home Furnishings and Appliances. We have the highest quality furniture on the market because we buy directly from the factory and we cut that middleman out. And that means that I can save you a ton of money, but still give you the highest quality furniture on the market. So come see us. Just remember, if you buy it anywhere else, we both lose money.